What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm super excited to be bringing out some more Pokemon VGC 2022 Series 12 content. Today, we're back at it, and we're using a Flareon. This is a team I made with one of my Patreons, and I just want to direct you guys to the question today, and that is, what is the best evolution for the VGC 2022 Series 12 format? I actually think Flareon might be pretty good. You can surround it with a bunch of Pokemon that have fire weaknesses. You can use the Flash Fire ability. You can do a ton of damage with its base 130 special attack. I think Flareon's actually really cool, really fun, and really underrated. So for those of you guys that are fans of Flareon, let me know in the comments below, and let me know any other evolutions you think you might want to see me use in future videos. And other than that, we're just going to get right on into this. No big, introduction. We're just going to get right into the battles. So wish me luck. Here we go. Mewtwo, Ho-Oh, and Steelix. Holy moly. Oh my gosh. What even is this? Let's see. And Weezing. Huh. That's a unique one. I think Groudon's good. It can check Steelix. It can check Ho-Oh. I think if you surround Groudon with the right mons to deal with something like Blastoise, it's fine. I think something like Thundee Groudon's probably really good with like Zacian in the back. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I have the tools to beat this person. I don't need Wims to get rid of their Maxmon. They do have access to Trick Room. I think I'm just gonna bring the Flareon and try and like make it work. Just because I do think Flareon's like super cool. If you Trick Room me, I underspeed your Mewtwo. If you don't Trick Room me, I outspeed things like your Steelix and your Porygon. So I think I'm probably fine going Porygon here. Not Porygon, going Flareon here to check your Porygon, and I'm going to close this window. There we go. So Alex against Dan, two basic trainers. This is my alt account for those of you guys that can't tell. And yeah, I think that we'll probably be fine. I think our restricted are just a little bit higher quality than theirs. But we are still, like, in Master Ball playing against high-level players. It's just weird to see, like, Mewtwo and Ho-Oh and Steelix and Weezing. So many cool mons. And let's think about what we want to do. Which one of these mons is better to drop the special attack of if we even want to? We can think about, like, dropping the Mewtwo's speed and then outspeeding with Groudon going for a Max Quake. That's probably not that bad of an idea. We could also just go for, like, a Yawn. No, sorry, we can also taunt to stop Yawn. Oh my gosh, I'm like all over my words. This is what happens when I record like my first game of the day, right? I think I'm gonna go for the max like Quake into the Mewtwo with a scary face. I think that's probably enough to get a KO. Big stab. I think I have like 156 attack boosting nature. So I'm probably good being able to kill the Mewtwo here. If I'm not, that's not great. But like worst case scenario, we would just take some damage on our Thundurus and we'd be fine. I'm assuming that, like, actually, the worst case scenario is, like, they attack our Thundurus, almost clock our Sash, they max the Blastoise. They're just withdrawing Mewtwo, that's fine. If they wanted to go fake out Thundurus, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal either. The Max Quake into Ho-Oh! What a good play. I can just go for a Max Rockfall the next turn, though. So they are going to be able to get anything they want with this Blastoise off, which means, realistically, I should have probably gone for, like, an Eerie Impulse or, like, a Yawn, or a Taunt into the Blastoise to stop Yawn, but, like, realistically, what are you gonna do? Their team's so crazy. Ho-Oh Mewtwo. What a crazy team. They fake out of the ground. Okay, cool, we're fine. We're absolutely fine. They could have went for that big Yawn. Do we want to taunt that next turn? Or do we just want to go like Thunderbolt? Because we already dropped its speed. It's slower than Groudon. I think we could just double into that slot. It's such a hard sell. They have the fake out, which means they are a competitive player, even though they don't look like it. I'm gonna go for the taunt. Right? Am I wrong? I don't like to go for the taunt. We can double into this Ho-Oh slot, or we can even go for the Blastoise. I think Blastoise Rockfall's fine. Realistically, Blastoise Rockfall should be fine. If you switch in like Mewtwo or something, it's going to take way too much damage on either of these slots, so we're probably going to be okay. But what a crazy board. I think Ho-Oh's such a cool mon, but you got to surround Ho-Oh with mons that like Ho-Oh can cover up for those weaknesses. Like they did a really good job of like baiting me into going for a Max Quake because I wanted that Spadef boost to deal with their Mewtwo. But I almost feel they lucked into that one. Because they also fake out of the Mom that I was maxing that turn. So, it's super hard to say exactly how good Ho-Oh Mewtwo is. But like Ho-Oh Zacian, Ho-Oh Dialga, there's absolutely massive value. They are scouting for the Rock attack right now, which I definitely do have. Thunderbolt comes in hot. Oh my gosh, almost one-shots this Blastoise. We do take those. And we get a para. Yo, I never get paras off those Thunderbolts. Let's go. Big Rock Fall. I wonder what this Blastoise is doing. They've effectively waited out my max turns, but like, let's think about it. If they want to max out Ho-Oh, that's not that great. If they want to max Mewtwo, again, not that great. We also have a Zacian in the back. The fact they're not maxing this Blastoise means we're in a pretty good spot. I do not care if we get yelled. I do not care if they go for a policy Ho-Oh. That's totally fine. They're still going to be too slow. They have full para value. We can just go Rockfall and Thunderbolt into that same 2 slots, and we're in a great, great spot here. It sucks we lose our Sash, but I think it's okay. Blastoise is going to go down. I wonder if that Blastoise has Aqua Jet to like self-policy proc the Ho-Oh. That'd be a really, really cool play. But yeah, there's not that much they can do here. Yes, we've waited out their max turns. They shouldn't be maxing here. If you max here, you're going to be basically taking your max, throwing it in the garbage, because I'm going to be able to KO any of your max mons, and then you can't max your Mewtwo. The only hope you have is like letting these 2 mons go down, wasting my last max turn, then maxing like your Mewtwo or else something else super bulky, and then hopefully coming back. It looks like they are maxing. I do not recommend this. I do not recommend this. I know you got that policy proc, bro, but like, I'm not feeling this max Ho-Oh. Groudon does way too much. Remember, you protected, right? And I used max Rockfall. From my 156-ish attack Adamant Nature Groudon, and you took a ton of damage through Protect. That's like 80% damage mitigated. You're totally going down to this. It's fine. I'll take those. Rookfall. And that's maxed down. Remember guys, you guys can add me on the Switch so other people can see when you guys log on in your games. You guys want a shout out, that's like the best way to do it, is to actually add me on my Switch. You can do that in Discord and on Twitch. I think there's like a command that shows you guys my friend code. Maybe I'll even include it in like the actual description of this video, but yeah, I don't mind adding like anyone that wants to like add me on the Switch to see when I go live. It's also the best place to see if you guys want to play against me. Just see like, oh, that's just turned on Sword and Shield. He's probably gonna get on the ladder soon. It's a good place to see if you guys want to get to like actually battle me. It's the best place to really figure out how to do it. So let's see. Groudon goes down. Mewtwo wheezing, huh? That ain't it, Chief. Eerie, Impulse, or we get a Scary Face. I think the Impulse is fine. I don't know what this guy was thinking he was doing, realistically. Like, Groudon Thundy coming in hot. Energy Ball. Oh yeah, we turned our ability was turned off. Prankster got turned off. That's nuts. Good stuff. I don't know what I'm thinking I'm doing. I know that I got a bulky Groudon, and then I'm absolutely fine versus an Energy Ball Mewtwo. Did I miss against Weezing? Yo, SMH, never lucky. Good damage versus Mewtwo, though. Puts it in for, like, a... Ooh, that's nice. I'm going to protect my Groudon and go for just a Thunderbolt into this Mewtwo, and hopefully after this Sandstorm and next turn Sandstorm, the Mewtwo will go down. And if for some reason they take out... they read my... Actually, do I care about them reading my Protect? I actually don't. If you just attack my Groudon, you'll lose your Mewtwo to the Thundy, so that's fine. Good taunt in the Weezing. I think that's fair. It sucks that I missed my P-Blades into a Weezing that would have just KO'd it. That would have activated my Prankster, but it's no big deal. I think the right play... One thing I can always recommend, if you guys are in this situation and your opponent is like backs to the wall, like don't take your foot off the aggression. The second you start going with Protect with one of your Mons, trying to get something done with one of your other ones, they can read that, they can abuse that, they can just get my... See what I mean? You see what I mean? He just literally ignored my Groudon, right? He didn't get the boosts, but like, do you see how the disrespect is real in this situation? And we're like, no, I'm gonna force you to hit that Groudon. If you don't hit that Groudon, I'll just miss a P-Blades. Okay, I didn't miss. I get the Shukaberry proc. But you see what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna let you ignore my Groudon. Not today, not in my house. Wisp into our Groudon's absolutely fine, because we still have the Thundy, but you see what I mean? In that situation, like, imagine if I just protected my Groudon. Yes, I would have blocked the Wisp, but, like, if the Mewtwo would have went for the Ancient Power and got that proc off, that would have been super, super bad. So we don't want to let that happen to us anymore in the future. And in any games where your opponent has just, like, 2 Mons, you always want to, like, keep your toes, tiptoe in that aggression and make sure you can actually clean out the games. But very, very weird team. You know, another thing that I think is kind of weird is, like, people always tell me, like, whenever they see teams that I'm fighting against in Master Ball, they always say, like, oh, how'd this guy get to Master Ball with this? Remember, people can just use rentals once they get into Master Ball. They don't have to use the same team. So, we'll take that win, and we'll go into another one and see if we can win even more in the future. And so let's hop right into that. Here we go. All right, more Blastoise. I actually think I'm going to try this. I know there's an Indeedee there, right? I know they have an Indeedee. They can go Indeedee Cali. Do I still want to try the Wims? It's a good question, right? Do I want to try the Wims or do I want to try the Rilla? I actually think the Rilla could be Rilla-y cool. So Rilla can potentially underspeed that Indeedee, take away its terrain, and then we can go like fake out Indeedee, just Flare Blitz the Cali. Super, super solid stuff. If you force like the Follow Me or something like that, we're in a great spot. So I think these two are really, really cool. I think that you definitely still want your Zacian, and I think you still do want your Groudon, but like, it's dicey. We have to be in an advantageous situation to correctly use the Groudon versus something like Kyogre and Calyrex, but I do think we have shots here. I do definitely think we have shots here, and I want to feature the Flareon. Like, we haven't featured it yet. The potential best evolution in Sword and Shield. And, yeah, let's just see how this one goes. If you're going to go Indeedee, I can underspeed you. You activate your terrain, then I activate mine. Okay. That's a good situation. This is a good situation for us, right? Right? You go Psychic Surge, and I'm like, nah, fam, that ain't me. Right? So we can just go for a straight up, I think, like, fake out Flare Blitz, take out their Indeedee, lose the Flareon. Sorry, Flareon. And then something like just a Grassy Glide paired with, like, whatever I want to bring in with the back. Like, we have good mounts in the back, like Groudon. That seems like a good play. If you bring in Ogre, you're pinned by my Rilla. And so you're probably having to switch out this Indeedee or thinking about switching it out. So I do think that, like, just fake out. Do we even want to fake out? I think that actually, like, Grassy Glide Flare Blitz is actually more damage. Just to guarantee get it off the board. We could also think about, like, maxing our Flareon and just setting, like, a max flare, so Blastoise won't be able to KO. I don't really care about the dot they're going to be adding here. I think we're going to be okay in pretty much every single situation, because what's going to happen here is I'm going to kill your Indeedee, right? You're going to kill my Flareon. I'll bring out Groudon. You'll bring out Kyogre. I think you might be faster than me or might not. It's kind of hard to say. But either way, I think the fact that you're maxing a Blastoise in front of Rillaboom means I have a great chance to win this game. So let's see. Survey says, Indeedee, are you protecting? Bro, there's the Follow Me, easy peasy lemon squeezy. We do be loving to see that. So I'm just going to follow the Flareon. I don't think there's a single problem with this. Grassy Glide's a ton of damage. And Flare Blitz should be able to finish it off even against the bulkiest of Indeedee sets. This is a strong Flareon. Like a 130 base life or boosted Flare Blitz. That's what I'm talking about right now. And we'll lose the Flareon. If we don't lose the Flareon, I think that's absolutely fine. If you want to go for like a... Okay, cool. You're totally going for the G-Max candidate. If you want to go for like a G-Max Hailstorm, that's fine. Yep, Flareon goes down. I will trade Flareon for your big redirection mon, and now I can bring in a mon that can like influence what you're going to be doing a little bit more. Because you're not going to bring in Kyogre here. You're not going to bring in Kyogre. And it's a Board Blastoise. Wow. I wonder if Behemoth Blade and Grassy Glide will KO that thing. Hard to say. I'm gonna come out with Groudon, I don't think you're bringing in Kyogre. I really don't. And if you do, I can just go hard into it with Rillaboom. If I'm faster than your Kyogre, okay, cool. This is the right play. That means I did the right play. We're gonna nuke your Cali here. I think we're gonna go Max Quake and a Grassy Glide into your Cali. And your Blastoise can hit one of us with a candidate, that's fine, but like you won't be able to correctly use your Cali here. So Grassy Glide plus... If Rockfall would definitely be able to finish it off, it means I would take more from Cannonade. I think Quake might be enough to do it, because like a Quake is like a 140 stab, so like 220 versus like this is a 260. We do need this. It sucks I have to max and do this, but I think it's fine. Also, if you were to switch in Kyogre, you'd be losing your rain right there, so this is fine. You know, be the best play, and then we'll set up a situation where you're like you have one turn left on your Blastoise, and you potentially have Blastoise Kyogre, and we have a Rilla. So that's good enough. And Groudon won't die here, so we're okay. And this should be enough to KO your Calyrex, or at the very least, like, do big damage through Protect. Yeah, absolutely fine. We can just do the same thing next turn. We're just trying to waste max turns here, and next turn we can think about going with a Quake. Awesome. So remember, Rockfall does not increase the special defense of Groudon, which is a ground type. It only increases the special defense of rock types, which unfortunately Groudon is not in this exact situation. So we are going to take max damage from this Cannonade, and we're going to see how much they actually decide to do. They're going to go for the Hailstorm instead. It doesn't really matter who they were targeting then. In Gorilla, it shouldn't get the KO. I lied. Is that a crit? Holy crap, that's a powerful life for Blastoise. I thought we'd be fine. I'm vested for a reason. I guess not enough reasons. I thought we would live. I really thought we'd live a Hailstorm. Like 100% thought we'd live that. Okay. Flareon's down, Rilla's down. We have our dual restricted core left. Good thing is we still have a Zacian, right? The good thing is we still have Zacian. The bad thing is we don't have the weather control anymore. That's fine though. I think that's still like low-key okay. We have to go for the Behemoth Blade and a Quake in that same slot, and if we catch the Kyogre coming in there, we can potentially still win the game. But still really hard to deal with. Zacian is gonna have a hard time here. But Zacian can one-shot the Cowley, so that's good. This is Blastwice's last max turn, so there's not really a reason to like go hard into checking it. I think they're probably gonna switch out that Cowley for a Kyogre, which means we're gonna be able to do a ton of damage here. Realistically, they should just let this thing die. Let it go down, and just sit on the fact that they have a Blastoise and a Kyogre coming out in the back. Double protect? Okay, cool. Nope. Awesome. So we're gonna be able to take this thing out and stick a Max Quake into the Blastoise, which is not bad. It means we won't get KO'd by the Blastoise this turn, and it gives our Zacian a good special defense boost. We got a crit here we obviously didn't need. But yeah, let's see. I can't believe that really got KO'd. That's ridiculous. That's real ridiculous. That's such good damage there too. Okay. Remember, there is still Cannonade and Hail ticking, so it really mitigates the use of our grassy terrain here. Cannonade and the Groudon shouldn't get the KO because they didn't switch in Kyogre. I'm surprised they didn't do that this turn. Maybe they didn't bring it into Zacian. Okay, why are they going after Zacian? Maybe they think that they just have enough with Kyogre to check. But realistically, I still have a full max turn and a Zacian. I can literally just go like Play Rough plus Precipice Blades. Sorry, Play Rough plus Max Quake, and like I have your Kyogre checked. Unless it's like a weird Scarf Kyogre. Which, in that case, you're right for targeting my Groudon, but like you're using a Trick Room team, so you shouldn't be having Scarf Ogre. We'll see. We will see. We could also get the Blastoise off the board if we're really afraid of like Vested Ogre. We can just get the Blastoise off the board sooner than later. There's the Kyogre. I think it's better to go after the Kyogre. I think you go Play Rough Quake into the Kyogre. Get that thing low enough as possible to where worst case scenario we get Origin Pulse, which can miss. So I think our best case for winning this game is actually just to get the Kyogre off the board, deal with the Blastoise, maybe that's a Hydro Cannon. Either of our mons can check it at that point. So yeah, just gotta hit a Play Rough. Survey says the biggest Quake you've ever seen. I don't think Kyogre's gonna have Protect. I think this is like some sort of like Vested and or Scarf Specs Ogre. It shouldn't be Scarfed. Judging by how they're playing this team, it shouldn't be Scarfed. But like, we'll see. They should have been able to. They should have brought it out right after. We missed the Play Rough. Yo, we missed the Play Rough. And then we eat a Scald on Fort. And then we get burned. We missed Play Rough into eating a Scald from a fast AF Ogre. And then we got burned. And then we crit. And that changes the game. Zacian's gone. It's going to be down to Groudon versus Blastoise now, but we're at +2 Spadef. What is this game? Are you Muddy Watering or Hydro Cannoning? Scald. Alright, so Zacian's just gone. Who wins? Groudon or Blastoise? That is the question. And they're orbed. Okay. Let's actually think about what the play is here. This is complicated. This is complicated. I can't believe we missed that. But then we crit to cover up for it, so it's okay. It's believe it or not, actually that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted to be able to check the Kyogre and then just get this board state. So actually, believe it or not, this is a good board state for me. Just gotta hit repeat blades. I think if we protect, we give him options to heal. Let's just hit our moves. Survey says P-Blades. P-Blades? Let's go. Single target? Oh my goodness. We take those wins. I take those. All the way to the bank. We used Flareon. Don't say that we didn't use Flareon, because we definitely did. Togekiss Grimmsnarl. So they also have Kyogre. It really disincentivizes us from going Rillaboom. They have one main fake out user in Togamaru as well as Grimm. Okay, cool. That's a great team, I think. I'm gonna try it. I don't know if they'll max, but like I think Whim's Flareon. I've wanted to try this for a little bit to where you can go like eject and just quick attack out versus like a good Maximon like a Porygon. And I don't think this would bait them into following with a Togekiss, right? This also shouldn't necessarily bait a Togamaru lead. It's like I think it's a good lead, and then you bring something like Groudon Zacian in the back to be able to turn the Kyogre after like one turn. And let's try it. Let's just see if it works. I want to try the Zacian. I want to try the Whimsicott. I don't think you bring the Rilla to deal with the Togekiss. That's an automatic loss, I think. Togekiss is just way too good, and even in people are saying like that's a Togekiss you can fake out to stop following me. It's like, well, it can just protect, you know. So it's like as long as the Ogre has protect and the Togekiss has protect, it doesn't really work like that. So there's the Togamaru and the PZ. So the thing is like, are they gonna fake out here, or can we just actually like max the crap out of this Flareon and one-shot that Porygon? The answer may surprise you. Don't think that I won't. I'm definitely doing it. Let's go. Off to the races. They're not switching. They're going to fake out that Whims. We're going to be able to hit it. We're going to max guard, hard switch in next turn. We're going to max guard our Flareon, hard switch in Whims, eject button, potentially proc back out, bring it back out our ground, and then repin the Kyogre. And they're maxing faster than this, which means they're a full timid, like, max Porygon 2, which is unfortunate. I thought they'd be more of like a Trick Room aspect, and I tried to punish that. So we obviously can't KO here, but I don't think we'll get KO'd either. Flareon is a huge special D. Groudon's very bulky. I really thought we were going to be able to outspeed. I thought they were going to go Trick Room. I really just was expecting Trick Room from this. Or at the very least, like a modest Porygon. Or not like a quiet one, you know? Because we're like almost 200 points in speed on Flareon, which has, I'm not going to say above average speed, but it's like 65, which is better than slow things. Right? Fake out into the Whimsicott slot, obviously. Let's see what they go after. Max Strike into Flareon or Whims? Okay. Groudon is now gone. Off the board, never to be seen from again. I wonder if we can one-shot it, though. Like, realistically, the sun is still up. Are you orbed? You are? Okay. Can we one-shot it? Yes! Yeah, buddy! Oh my gosh, that's so much damage! What Maximon? Never heard of a Maximon. Let's think about this. Against Kyogre, we can just come back in with Zacian. I don't know if we'll outspeed the Kyogre. We have to go Tailwind and then like flare the Togamaru. I think that's probably our best shot if you bring out Kyogre. Yeah. And then you can't max. Yes, I'm slow as shit on this Flareon, but I think a Flareon with heavy speed investment at -1, but then Tailwind to be a +1 outspeeds the Kyogre unless you're Scarfed. So this is probably still our best play. That was sick. That was so sick. Protect Kyogre, even sicker. Tailwind's up. Let's see what happens here. Nuzzle into Flareon's fine. We just want to set the sun. As long as we don't get as long as we don't get paralyzed, we're gonna be great here. Yes. That's amazing. That's like absolutely, positively amazing here. Because like Zacian can do good versus these last mons. And like that Kyogre's like super neutered now, so it kind of has to switch in my opinion. We just take the Togamaru out this turn. It's a lot of damage from a Flare resisted. That's fine. If Kyogre switches anything, it switches into dies. Let's go. Withdraw Kyogre. Anything you switch him with gets dumpstered. Show me that Zacian, bro. Come on, Flareon. Come on, Flareon. One time for me. We're going to KO the Togamaru, right? Max Flare. Do it. Come on. I actually don't ask you for a lot. Let's go. Yeet! Oh, I take those. Oh, I take so many of those. All the way to the bank. Yes, please. Please. Thank you. I'll take 2, please. Zacian, never heard of it. I'm so good at Pokemon. I swear to goodness. Alright, so the sun is back. I can't stop the sun anymore, but what I can stop is you from winning. I'm probably going to go with a switcheroo to take your vest, believe it or not. Just because it makes it so I take less damage from all that other stuff. I guess I could get a free switch here off a water attack. It shouldn't kill me. That's probably fine. Like, getting this damage in is probably okay. Flareon doesn't, like, need to care. It doesn't even, like, this is fine. That damage right there is probably, like, better than nothing. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Oh, never lucky. Spouts up. Moonblast. Can we get a special attack drop? Any special attack droppers in chat? Yes, please. Thank you. And if you're spouting, like, I just get a free switch and can do the same thing with my Worms next turn. Awesome. Bring out the boy Zacian. Just got to hit a couple moves. I actually think I'm going to go for the Sacred Sword because your special attack got dropped. And then I win. And we already know that it's not like a Scarf Ogre or anything weird because it's used Protect. It's already, like, shown to be slower than Wims. So, like, Zacian is fine. I can actually get away with the Sacred Sword, I think. Sacred Sword, Moonblast, even if you go for, like, a KO move on one of these guys, like a Crit Scald or, like, an Ice Beam with the Wims, the other one will still be able to finish it off. I don't need to risk missing Flare Up. I don't need to risk anything. Like, Flareon just maxed and just absolutely dumpstered this person, sent him to the Shadow Realm all by himself. So, Sacred. And a second Moonblast. I guess we do have a Tailwind up, but it doesn't, like, really matter. You know? It doesn't, like, actually matter in this situation. Your Protect's fine. Wait out that Tailwind all you want, buddy. You know, while you're using Protects, I'll just fix my webcam. Because it got super bright in here out of, like, nowhere, and it makes me look like I'm a freaking ghost. The ghost of Flareon taking these wins, you know? There we go. Easy. So, same thing again. Sacred Sword. You don't want to protect in that situation because that lets me sub, you know? So, like, don't let my Zacian sub unless you're scouting for sub info. But in that case, go nuts. But, like, I'm going to get a second special attack drop right here. Survey says, second special attack drop? Bro, it's almost like I'm rigging this game, I swear. And even if this doesn't KO, like, we're fine. Yeah, but it does, because, like, we're literally just cracked and busted. So, we're going to take those wins. We use Flareon, Master Ball ranked ladder. Let me know the answer to the question of the day. What you think the best evolution is for VGC 2022, and potentially why it's Flareon? Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.